Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Your homie X here, and in today's video we are going to be talking about Black Ops Cold War Alpha. As you guys can see all over all the social medias, PlayStation was able to get the beta first. Well, it's like the beta of the beta. That's basically what an alpha is. So yeah, I'm going to talk to you guys about everything that comes in the alpha. We're going to cover every aspect that comes with the game. So we're going to be talking about the guns, score streaks slash kill streaks. We're going to be talking about the operators, just a little bit of everything that comes into the game. So we're going to jump right to it. All right, guys. So once you guys get into the multiplayer, the first screen you are going to be in is your operator walking right through, looking right at you, mean mugging you. And then we got the lobby. So we're going to talk about the lobby real fast and what kind of games you're going to get into. So once you click on that, you're going to notice that there's two game modes. We got Core Mosh Pit and Combined Arms Domination, right? So in Core Mosh Pit, we got 3 maps and 3 game modes. We got Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed, and Domination. And they are going to be on 3 maps. We got Miami, Satellite, and Moscow. And then in Combined Arms Domination, it's basically like how Domination is. You got 2 teams fight to control captured zones, and they use transport and assault vehicles to attack enemy owned objectives and capture them for your team. And you got 2 maps. You got Armada and Crossroads. So this is kind of like Ground War, how Ground War used to be back then. You got 12v12 and 8v8 kind of styled games. Their twist on it was that they were like, okay, if we're going to have Ground War styled games, let's add vehicles. So now they're adding vehicles from how Ground War is in Modern Warfare into the mix of it all, which makes this a huge ton of fun. So I definitely recommend this if you want to get, if you're one of those people that like some big scaled maps and crazy fighting and vehicles and stuff like that, and you want to play that with the boys, this is definitely your game mode. Now that we're done with the lobby, we are going to be talking about the loadout. So before we go into the created class, let's talk about the score streaks real quick, because that'll be a lot simpler to explain before I get into the huge ordeal about created class. So we have a few score streaks that they give us for the alpha. We got the RCXD, which everyone knows how the RCXD is. It's just an explosive on the little RC car. Then we got the spy plane. The spy plane is basically a UAV in this game. Then we got artillery. Artillery, you choose 3 spots on your mini map, and they'll shoot missiles in those areas and destroy enemies that are within that radius. Then we got napalm strike. Napalm strike is basically a precision strike. What this does is you choose an area with an arrow. It'll show an arrow with an area that you want to destroy, and it'll basically put a whole carpet bomb strike of explosive napalm in that area that you choose. So then we have air patrol. Call in a squadron of jets to attack enemy airstreaks. So if you have an airstreak like an attack chopper or whatever, you can call this in to attack and destroy them. And then we have war machine. War machine is a high explosive grenade launcher. You use this, you pop out a grenade launcher, bing bada boom, you blow them up. Then we have the attack helicopter. Call in that attack helicopter. It's just an AI. You call it in, it'll rotate around the map and just start shooting at people and cover you up. And then we have the chopper gunner. So it's a lot different from the chopper gunner in Modern Warfare. In Modern Warfare, you're able to control a little bit about where you want the chopper gunner to go to. And this, it basically just takes you on a tour around the entire map, and you chill on the chopper gunner, just blowing them the fuck up. Depending on the map, it's super cool. On other maps, it's real shit and not worth it. If you're anybody like me, I don't like using score streaks that involve me laying on the floor or anything like that, just in case if I am on a kill streak or something like that, I don't want to get killed because I'm laying on the floor. I'd rather use like an attack helicopter, but that's just me. Moving on from score streaks, we are going to be talking about created class. The created class function, you get 5 custom classes that you're able to choose from. Literally do whatever you want. They give us a lot of guns, a lot of attachments, a decent amount of perks and wild cards and all that good stuff. Before I jump into all that stuff, we're going to start off with primary weapons and what kind of guns you're able to use. We got the XM4, which is the M4. We got the Krig, which looks a lot like the Galil. And then we have the AK-47. For submachine guns, we got the MP5, Type 821, and the AK-74U. MP5, everybody knows, all reliable MP5. We got the 821, which is basically like a Uzi variant. And then we have the AK-74U, which is the submachine gun variant of the AK-47. We got 2 tactical rifles that you're able to choose from. We got the M16 3-round burst, which is a M4 variant. And then we have the Type 63, which reminds me a lot of the SKS for Modern Warfare. High damage, reliable accuracy with low ammo capacity. Basically the SKS. Then we have 2 light machine guns. We got the old school RPD and we have the Stoner. If you're familiar with the RPD is good, always has low recoil. I have not tried out the Stoner in this game. I have picked it up once and used it and it was pretty good, low recoil. Then we have the snipers. Now if you're a sniper, and you love quickscoping, making montages, trick shots, whatever, this game is for you. The sniping in this game is amazing. The LW3 Tundra reminds me a lot of the L96 from Black Ops 1. It's a bolt action sniper rifle, high damage with one shot kill to the head, upper chest, and shoulders. Super fast scope and super quick bolt action. It's not like a Modern Warfare where you gotta ching ching ching. Like this, just click, boom, and you keep going. You don't gotta wait, you don't gotta you just keep it pushing. Then we got the Pellington. The Pellington reminds me a lot of the M40A3 or R700 from COD 4. If you're unfamiliar with it, it's a good sniper. I want to say the Tundra seems to be a little bit more reliable than the Pellington right now. I use both. The Pellington, I feel like I get a little bit more hit markers in comparison to the Tundra. But don't get me wrong, they're both great, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to love it because the sniping in this game is amazing. Secondary weapons, we got two pistols. We got the 1911 regular basic semi-auto pistol, and we have the Diamatti. I hope I'm saying this correctly because I don't know. The Diamatti or Diamatti is basically a Renetti in this game. 3-round burst pistol. Really can't make any mistakes when it comes to the pistols because honestly in this game they're both pretty amazing. The 1911 makes you feel like it's not just like a waste, and the 3-round burst pistol works just as well, if not better, because that's what I use anyway. I like the 3-round burst pistol, but that's just my opinion. So we got two shotguns. We have the OG pump action shotgun, the Howard 77. Super high damage, can possibly one-shot in close quarters as well. Definitely recommend if you're in a close quarters type of map, like Moscow is one of those maps, and probably Miami. I probably wouldn't recommend it on satellite because satellite is very open and it probably won't work out for you. Then we have the Gallo SA-12. The Gallo SA-12 is a semi-auto shotgun. People assume that this is like the Spaz. It is not a pump shotgun like the Spaz is, although it looks very similar to it. It's a semi-auto, and basically you can kill people very crazy with this gun, bro. Like it's just doom 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 doom, and it's in crazy how destructive power this is. But you have a closer chance of getting a one shot with the Howard than you do the Gallo. But the Gallo, don't get me wrong, it's still good because you can get that second shot in very fast if you get a hit mark in the first shot. So I wouldn't even stress about it. Then we get one launcher for the Alpha. We get the Sigma. So the Sigma is very awesome and amazing just for the sole fact that it can lock on to enemy aircraft and vehicles, and then you have the free range on enemies. So you can just use it as an RPG to shoot people up, or you can use it and blow up aircrafts in the air, UAVs, spy planes, whatever. I'm gonna go through the gunsmith real fast, and I'm only gonna do the M4 for right now, just to kind of give you guys an insight about how the gunsmith works. It'll take me forever to just do every single gun in the game. For right now, we're just gonna talk about the M4. For the M4, we have a bunch of optics to choose from. So we got the quick dot LED, mil-stop reflex, Cobra red dot, which looks super cool, the Silix Hollow Scout, Vision Tech 2 times, Axial Arms, and Royal and Cross 4 times. So we got a lot of ACOGs, hollow sights, and regular red dot sights. Then we got muzzles. So with the muzzles, you got a muzzle brake, you got 2 suppressors that you can choose from. Something I want to point out that I enjoy about this game is that they show you the pros and cons and what percentages they impact your gun's performance at. So for example, my suppressor here, if I just slap on the suppressor on my M4, I lose 50% muzzle velocity and I lose 15% effective damage range. But my pros is I get no mini-map signature when firing, so nobody knows where I'm shooting or what's going on. And then we have the agency suppressor. So it's like an upgraded version of the regular suppressor. We got plus 5% vertical recoil control on top of the no mini-map signature when firing in my pros. Now in my cons, I have the regular 50% muzzle velocity and effective damage range that I'm losing, but in addition I am now losing 5% horizontal recoil control, which is super amazing because I like how they kind of like break it all down for you now, which is super awesome. Now another thing I want to point out that's cool is that you only have to worry about 4 stats for your guns, which is your firepower, speed, accuracy, and ammo. You don't have to worry about all the 7-8 different stats that you have on Modern Warfare, which I don't know if that's just for an alpha thing or if that's just how it's going to be for later, but I think it's kind of cool that you don't have to worry about too much now, like mobility and shit like that. You don't got to worry about it. I feel like mobility in this game is pretty much stagnant or more or less the same, or it just depends on what gun you use. Muzzle brake, plus 10% vertical recoil control. So you see what I mean? Really up to you, and with your pros and cons, you're able to figure out, what works for you and what you want to use for your guns. So then we got the barrel. We have 13.7 extended, which increases my muzzle velocity by 50%, and 13.3 cavalry lancer. 300% vehicle damage, and then 13.5 inch paratrooper, which increases my muzzle velocity, effective damage range, and I lose 50% aiming move speed. You know, as you're going through all these attachments, you can figure out what works for you, for your guns and your playstyle, etc. We have foregrips. We got three different types of foregrips. We got the regular foregrip, which increases your horizontal recoil control by 10%. The martial foregrip increases everything that has to do with your moving speed. So sprinting, base move speed, shooting move speed, aiming move speed, all that good stuff. And then we also lose 7% of hipfire accuracy. So it's like, for all this moving speed and I lose 7% of my hipfire, it's like, who cares about my hipfire accuracy? I got all this speed. And then we got patrol grip. Patrol grip increases your sprint moving speed by 4%. But you lose 10% of sprint out speed. So it's just like how Modern Warfare is. You get to choose 5 attachments, basically mix match them as much as you want. We have, for M4, we got the stock, we got tactical stocks, and sprint pad. The sprint pad will increase your sprint out speed, and this will increase your aiming move speed. So when you aim in, you're able to move very fast. For magazines, you got 3 magazines you could choose from. You got the 40 round mag. I think your base is 30 rounds on the M4. So this will increase your round by 10 rounds. Fast mag is basically exactly what it looks like. You got 2 mags, you're able to reload a lot faster. And then the 40 round speed mag is that now you got a 40 round mag, but you can still swap it out and reload even faster. The fast mag is just base mag, so it's 30 rounds. 30 rounds, you reload faster. This one is 40 rounds, but you reload fast. Now for the handles, we have the quick draw handle and mic force rear grip. So with the quick draw handle, you increase your aiming speed by 8%, and then the mic force rear grip, you increase your aiming speed by 17%, but you lose 5% of sprint out speed. It's really up to you about how you want to conjure up your classes and how you want to do everything for your playstyles and stuff like that. Same thing for the pistols. You choose your optic, muzzles, barrels, body, magazine, handle, and you kind of mix match them to how you want. Nothing we're going to talk about is what tacticals, lethals, and field upgrades we get, because we got field upgrades in this game as well. We have, for our tacticals, we got smoke grenades and stun grenades. Lethals, we got frag grenades and C4s. So you know what a frag grenade is, and we got C4s. Something I want to talk about the C4s is that in this game they cause an animation when you press square twice. If you press square twice, it'll cause an animation, so be prepared for that when you're in gunfights and stuff, because it'll throw you off when you start pressing the trigger and it blows up. It really messed me up. Another thing I want to mention too about your tacticals and lethals is that for some odd reason in this game you throw them with your left hand, and it weirded me out because I'm used to us throwing it with our right hand. So you throw it with your left hand, and also be prepared for like the 1 to 2 second delay of you readying yourself to throw it. It really slows you down, so be prepared for that when you're engaging in fights and stuff. So we got 4 field upgrades that we're able to choose from for right now. We got a proximity mine, which everyone knows what a proximity mine is. You throw it out and that's it. Now to activate the field upgrade, it's the same thing, L1 R1 or whatever your tactical and lethal is. So then we have the SAM turret, which is basically like an anti-aircraft field upgrade. It launches missiles at enemy air score streaks and player piloted helicopters, which is super helpful to take down enemy aircraft and stuff like that when you're just in a game. You don't want to deal with it. You don't want to pull out an LMG or whatever. This is the way to go. We got Jammer. Jammer is basically like a counter UAV that you place in a specific area that people go to. It'll start messing up with their field upgrades or disable them, and it basically messes up their mini map. Field mic deploys a recording device that highlights enemy sounds on your map. So you put this down and it'll help you figure out where enemies are that are in your area. We got a bunch of perks to choose from in this game. For perk 1, we got Engineer, Tactical Mask, and Flak Jacket. So for Engineer, we got Detect any enemy equipment and score streaks through walls. Basically how Engineer has always been. You're able to reroll care packages, see enemy score streaks on your minimap, etc. Be able to know where everything is. Tactical Mask is maximized resistance to flashbang, stun grenades, and immune to gas. And Flak Jacket, you take less damage from enemy explosives and Molotov fires. Perk 2 is Scavenger. Everyone knows what Scavenger does. Quartermaster is the recharge equipment over 25 seconds. It's basically how the restock perk is in Modern Warfare. And we have Tracker. Same thing on Modern Warfare's perk. You see enemy footsteps. I think the only difference with this one is that if you aim at enemies, it also reveals them to your team's minimap, which is super cool, but might be a little OP. So we'll see how that goes. For perk 3, we got Cold-Blooded, Ghost, and Ninja. So for Cold-Blooded, it's always how it always is. You're pretty much not seen on anything except maybe a spy plane. I think that's like the only thing that'll catch you. We got Ghost. Undetectable by enemy spy planes whenever you are moving, planting, or defusing bombs or controlling score streaks. So the only time that Ghost works is when you're moving or doing something. If you're camping and you're just camping in a building not doing a damn thing, the spy plane will still catch you. I kind of like that. It prevents camping a lot, and even if they do camp, we'll know where you are. Ninja is basically dead silence, but you're also resistant to the field mic, which is the field upgrade that helps you hear enemy footsteps more, hear enemy movement more. And then in this game, they brought back wild cards. I like how they're doing it because the wild cards are pretty cool. We got Danger Close, which makes you equip extra lethal and tactical equipment, and it helps you start with max ammo. So you got extra stun grenades, smoke grenades, we got extra frag grenades or C4s, and you start with max ammo, up to you. Lawbreaker is basically overkill. You can equip any weapon in either slot and equip any perks. We got Gunfighter. Gunfighter unlocked 3 additional attachment slots for your primary weapon. So basically you use this. Let me just confirm and equip. Let me just remove those. Gunfighter, you get an extra 3 attachments that you could choose on your gun. So I could throw on an optic, I could throw on a I could throw on a laser, and I could throw on a 40 round mag if I want to. And boom, I have everything attached on my M4 because I'm using the Gunfighter wildcard. Then we got Perk Greed, equip 3 extra perks. So we all know this one from previous cons. You just throw this on, you get 3 extra perks. So it's kind of like running Specialist in Modern Warfare, but without having to earn it. You kind of already have it. So that's pretty much everything that comes with create a class. Like I said, I'm not gonna go through every gun and every possible outcome for attachments and stuff like that. You guys can mess with this on your own if you guys have it, or just wait for when the real beta comes out, or if they drop the alpha for the other platforms. I'm not sure, but try this out and just mess with everything. You'll be able to figure out what works for you guys. So we're just gonna move on to what's next. So this is all the stuff for create a class. We are going to now move on to operators. So real fast, the operators is just stuff that we're able to choose from to feel like you can customize your character. Just choose whoever you want and play with them. It's as simple as that. Honestly, nothing too crazy. Right now I'm using this dude. He me mugging me through that. I know he is. But you guys can use whoever you want and just, you know, enjoy the game. With all this being said, I want to say thank you guys for watching my video. I went through everything with you guys for what comes with the alpha, what comes in all your created classes, how the gunsmiths work, the perks, wild cards, what kind of games we're getting into, what kind of game modes we're playing. This is a lot more than they've done and the previous alpha that came out from Modern Warfare. This is a lot more crazier. We got so much content and they gave us a lot for the alpha. This is the beta of the beta and they gave us all this. I can't imagine what's on the beta. It's gonna be crazy. I'm so excited and I hope you guys are excited as I am. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I do have a giveaway for 200 subs on my YouTube channel that I'm gonna be giving away a product. I don't know which product yet, but I'm gonna be doing a giveaway. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Leave any comments down below about anything that you guys have about alpha or Cold War, what your concerns are. If you got any questions for me or my giveaways or anything like that, just let me know in the comment section below. I love you guys and I'll catch you guys on the next one.